What's up, man?
What's going on? Just hanging
How
out.
you doing, Steve?
Dude, I'm doing great.
Cool.
How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the weird time that we have the best way I can.
Dude, I know, it's so strange.
Staying busy. What about you?
Man, I am just making a lot of videos and doing a lot of stuff. It's all good. Yeah. I think the one thing is, like, I want to be doing squat talk, but I just, like, you can't. I've thought about doing a live stream one where the person, like, don't tell him, but maybe John, get him to be in his gym and I will ask him the questions and then I'll just record it on this. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet.
It's a brave new world. It's a new normal, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me uncomfortable, but I think it could be cool. What are you up to? Did you train today?
I trained today. I'm lucky enough to have some equipment here.
Yeah.
I don't have everything you'd have in a gym, but I've got a nice barbell. I've got nice plates. I got a squat stand.
Yeah.
So today I was doing some front squats.
Ooh.
And some RDLs. But it's been kind of cool because I don't have a bench. So I'm kind of pushing training in a different way. I feel like I'm getting in a lot of good quality sessions. We got all this time on our hands. I got some quarantine goals. I'd like to hit a good front squat PR, things I don't normally focus on. I'd like to hit a good overhead press PR. I haven't hit one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
So everything's going my way as far as training. What about you?
Man, that's cool. Definitely being able to, like, front squat and overhead press a lot that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do you like training like that? Before I talk about me, do you?
Oh, well, I guess you mean just strictly barbell, like bare bones training.
Yeah.
I do. It's the roots of what I do. I've trained in a garage more than I've trained in a gym. I mean, the most I've ever trained in a gym is when we opened North Dallas Strength. I started doing all my training sessions there and enjoying just specialty equipment and all these kind of bands and chains and getting
We all
fancy.
got fancy.
And I love that, but it's been fun taking a step back and just hitting barbell movements, kind of old school. It works, you know what I mean? So I don't prefer it. I mean, I think I would love to have all that stuff at my disposal if I could, but it's fun every once in a while. It's like going camping.
Oh yeah, right.
You're roughing it a little bit.
Camping, but for weeks.
It's been a long time. It's going to be a tough transition when they say to go back, too.
Oh, yeah. Somebody was saying, like, 6 weeks, and I didn't realize, like, it's literally been more than a month. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's gone by pretty quick, but I'm interested to see how what announcements they make for opening us up. I think Abbott's supposed to make an announcement on Monday.
Really?
And I don't have an opinion on any of that.
Yeah.
I just do what the man tells me, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get open May 1st. As all the good rumors are. Yeah.
Man, yeah. I mean, it's weird. So have you had a lot of support from North Dallas Strength people? And
dude, absolutely. We're a small gym. And that's got its kind of perks. Everybody's really close. We got a great community. Everybody's really supported me and the gym. Nobody's gotten scared and pulled all their money out. Everybody's been very supportive monetarily and just kind of schedule-wise and whatever they needed to do, they've done. And because everybody's so generous and really kind of believes all the things they talk about, they've definitely made it possible where I think that it's pretty rock solid. We're going to make it through this quarantine where I worry about other small gyms and other small businesses. You never like to see a gym go out of business. You know what I mean?
No, especially because we're seeing so many cool gyms open up. There's been a lot of square gyms in this area, and now we're seeing, like, a lot of cool stuff happening. And
no doubt, it's cool. There's people that are supporting them, so there's got to be a lot of us weirdos that love strength training.
Yeah.
And then the market will bear it. It's like we've seen this really cool trend of these mom and pop specialty gyms, and I'm imagining all these guys are on a thin wire.
Oh yeah.
A couple of months with no income is pretty tough. They're still sending these gimmicks in the mail they call bills every month.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's given the business owners a break, and luckily the strength community is a really cool community, and I hope everybody's members have supported them like North Dallas Strengths members have, and really kind of, made this all possible.
Yeah, I think for you have a really good, your clientele tends to be a little older. Sure. So I think that they have more money. Like they can survive through this. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'll be cool. There's
a little bit of that. If we're talking demographics.
Yeah.
Also where we're at, we've got a lot of just professional type people, and they're able to do their jobs from home. And so hopefully they're able to continue their lifestyle the way they're used to, or as much as they can, because it's kind of, rules are different now. But yeah, I think we've got a good location, a good clientele where we're at in North Dallas. I'm kind of suspecting the guys in the more rural areas might be hurting.
Oh yeah.
I've heard some hopeful things that make me excited in the industry too. And I never like to see a gym go out of business, but with Gold shutting down a lot of their locations, they've announced.
No way.
Dallas, I think, is on that list.
Wow.
That does open up a lot of market for specialty gyms that could maybe snag some of these guys and kind of, make the dream possible.
Wow, I hadn't heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of try to cherry pick and find things to be hopeful about and things that I can add to my plan. Everybody took a hit. We took a hit for sure, but you got to line up the stuff that you can improve upon. You got to have a plan, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I think it seems like you've had a plan, especially from the beginning before you even opened North Dallas Strength. I'm assuming you knew that you wanted to open a gym. You had thought about it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight. It took a lot of thinking, and maybe it will, maybe it won't work, but it's worked so far, and it's to much success in the community. We've made a lot of friends, not just members and clients, which are our backbone. That's why we do what we do every day, but we're also fairly active in the strength community. We got friends in every gym in town. We love our brothers over at Battle Axe Barbell, hosting some great contests, and we try to participate in their contests. Because like I said, we got to support each other, and it's all about we can grow together.
Yeah. I think after this, when everything starts to calm down, a lot of people are going to realize, like, hey, we have to support each other a little better. We got to be like, the strength community we're a community. We all got to start each other more. And I think one thing that I'm excited about is I want to start going to other gyms. Like, I want to start making videos at other gyms, training at other gyms, just hanging out with the community, because I didn't realize how much I love this community until it's gone. Once it's gone, then you remember, like, oh man, this was
tough. And I mean, going to other gyms is one of my favorite things to do. Like, I guess there's different kind of cats out there, dude, but I love strength training. Like, I'm not the jackedest guy. I'm not the leanest guy. That's okay, because I'm not the strongest guy either, right? But it's fun to train in different environments, like a grungy Metroflex, or go check out a little more polished gym like Destination. They got different cultures. But they got variations and different equipment and different kind of training styles and little packs of people, little cliques. Yeah, man, it's fun to mingle.
Yeah, and then you get to know them, and then you become a part of their pack at least a little bit. I mean,
maybe a little bit, but they give you something too. It's like every time I train with different people and different cliques, even if it's just one time, you try to take away something from what they do differently that might make you stronger or benefit your training in some way. Because I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat,
Yeah.
and people have really, really good ideas and methodologies, and you got to mix it up to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we plan to do this our whole lives. You don't want to get bored.
Yeah, and I think waving in and out of like doing certain types of training, like, is, especially when you're thinking long term, like in 10 years, I could have tried Olympic weightlifting, strongman, powerlifting, and learned something from each of these things. Had I not gotten really good at push pressing or push jerking, I might not be as good as at strongman, because I didn't know how to do these movements that come from Olympic weightlifting, or same applies to deadlift or squatting.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. That's been sort of my journey. Is I got a later start in this than some people do, and because of that, maybe I didn't have time to be a specialist. Everybody starts off, or maybe not everybody. I'll speak for myself, but I started off squat, bench, and deadlift. I just wanted watching like reading Jim Wendler books and watching Mark Bell videos, and just wanting to like do what those guys did. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
and building strength, and maybe toying with Olympic lifts. And I've done some powerlifting, done a strongman contest. And what's fun about the different sports and the different transitions to me, and the part that I really love about strength training, is sort of identifying the different skills that you need. Because as a strongman, maybe your bench press isn't as important, or Highland Games is what I do now. Maybe, I don't know, your 1 rep max deadlift isn't as important as maybe your power clean. So identifying these traits, these specific properties in sport that will improve you over a period, kind of like we learned right in our first powerlifting programs, but a little bit more complicated. And then kind of seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. It's been very gratifying for me.
Yeah.
And as far as me trying different strength sports, I think it's made me more knowledgeable and valuable as a coach. I'm able to, kids playing football or soccer or wrestling, I can write them a program to get better. Normal people just trying to be better, we can write a program for them. And then your specific sports too. And it's every day is different. Every time I break out a pad and a pencil, that's a different challenge and a different problem to solve. And that's what I consider my profession as far as what I do every day. And I'm also a janitor. I clean the gym. So.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I don't own a gym, but I can only imagine there's a lot of that goes on.
You got to clean it, man.
That's cool. Definitely hearing you talk about it gets me excited, because there's something just that's so much fun about being able to work with different athletes and make them like when I first started training, if I had been me now and I was looking back and I got to assist, like Derek assisted me in all the things he did in the beginning, so dope. Now I can look and be like, because all these people helped me, and because Derek knew about powerlifting, Derek knew about all of these things, he was able to make another person who will then help another person get even stronger.
Absolutely.
So cool.
He's a nice guy. He's generous with his time, and he's been threatening to maybe throw a Highland Games weight with me sometimes. So maybe I'll throw that out there and say, Derek, let's go throwing, man.
Dude, this is a call out. You just called out Derek.
Out.
I'm tagging him in this. He will be called out.
It's the Highland Games challenge. Take it, Derek.
I want to talk to you about Highland Games more, just about what you've noticed, the difference in powerlifting and strongman as far as not only training, but just the community. What is the difference that you've noticed? Okay.
Well, I mean, the community, it's a great community. I've yet to see a community within the kind of the overarching strength sports world that was just totally bankrupt. I like them all. They all got their own quirks and kind of eccentricities. I like some of them more than others, but these guys, I don't know, I would call it like a non-collegiate throwing community. They're not all top-tier athletes. They're a lot of them are self-taught, so it's not exactly like a track and field community. It's somewhere between that and a powerlifting community. These guys are honestly, they're all a bunch of slap asses.
Really?
Nobody's serious. Nobody's out there stomping around and getting mad for the most part. It's all jokes. They're all boomers. They like to send gifts and text messages. But it's a great community. I've met some really good guys. I've only been in 2 seasons, but I should say so. It's and then the biggest change for me, though, I mean, those are small program tweaks. Exercise selection and volume is a little different, but that's simple. The biggest thing to me is balancing. You have to go out and throw. So you're throwing 3 times a week. You're maybe down to lifting 3 times a week, right? Which sounds crazy to somebody who's training for powerlifting or strongman, maybe. But those throwing workouts are workouts too, and it's easy to get overtaxed in this sport. And you see a lot of, I see what I would, as an amateur, say are overuse injuries, a lot of biceps and shoulders. So always in the back of your mind, you're trying to make that program enough to get better and not so much that you can't lift your arm when you wake up in the morning, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine adding in throwing. That's like a whole different variable. Do you think it's more explosive, the throwing is, or do you think it's strength, or do you think it's a combination?
Well, it's both. And the thing about Highland Games is it's 9 events. So that's a lot of events.
Every one is.
Yeah, with sometimes you'll have an event where they won't do hammers or something because the field would be small, but generally Highland Games is 9 events, which is a long day. They take maybe 8 to 10 hours usually. And but there's a variety of events. There were some things where my first games, just being a big, strong guy, I didn't need a lot of technique to do really well. I did pretty well on your height events like the WOB, the weight over bar. It's a 56-pound weight that you throw over a bar. But then there's things like the shot put where they're so technical. It doesn't matter how strong you are. If you don't know how to throw it, there's a 150-pound guy next to you out throwing you. And
Yeah.
It's a real ego check.
Did that happen with you? There was like a dude who was throwing like really good.
It hasn't happened to me, okay? But
yeah,
they separate those guys, and there's definitely lightweights out there that would have demolished me when I first came in. And even though I'm a much improved athlete now, I mean, the guys at the elite level are on a whole nother spectrum, man. They're dropping bombs. They're throwing those things, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy to talk about Highland Games because I don't hear anything about it. But there's also people who don't hear anything about strongman, but that has been slowly coming out. But do you, like, how far behind do you think the Highland Games is as far as when people are going to start really, really getting into it?
See, I don't know if that's a really interesting question that's got a little debate behind it. I don't know that it's going to grow into a super big sport. I do think Highland Games is sort of like what I see from when I look at the state of like powerlifting in the 90s. There's no real oversight. There's a bunch of different rules on different fields and very loose oversight. There's not a lot of standardization. All the implements are different from competition to competition. So just the way it's structured, it's sort of an entertainment sport. So they have it at these festivals mainly, like a Scottish festival or a Celtic festival. And it's sort of like the entertainment to the guys walking around eating a hot dog, looking at vendors.
Yeah.
So if they don't break out of that model, I don't see any room for growth. But something did happen this year. There was the tragedy that was the Arnold cancellation, right?
Oh.
But they still ran the contest, and they had pro men's Highland Games this year. They had some ladies Highland Games, which is new in a lightweight division. So if we can get on more stages like that are outside of a festival, maybe alongside other strength sports, I think there's room for growth there. I don't know a lot of guys that compete strongman that if they saw what we did in real life wouldn't go, fuck, I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like the time that we went, and I don't know what we did. It was some like chain ball thing, but it was cool.
Some weight for distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because I haven't really talked to anyone in the community. I know I've talked to people in powerlifting and Olympic lifting, and
well, you know what you need to do? You need to come to one of the contests this fall. They're at the Scottish Festival, so you'll have a good time. Make a video, man. Go check it out.
Okay. Yeah. When are they canceled or?
They're not canceled. There's been some rescheduled. I'm doing Decatur in October. I'll send you the details. Come out. I'll introduce you to whoever I know. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there, dude. Okay, so I kind of jumped around with my questions. I want people to know your background as an athlete.
Okay.
When did you start lifting, or what? Just your background.
Really, a little life history. At 19 years old, I joined the Navy. In the Navy, I didn't work out with any weights. As a matter of fact, I tried to stay away from exercise every chance I got. After the Navy, I worked in construction and various physical jobs. I found powerlifting training in 2013 or maybe early 2014. My buddy Joe got me started. He read a book called Jim Wendler 531, which, is maybe the Bible of self-strength training. There's a bunch of good books on that level, but get that book because it's good.
Yeah.
And, I haven't really missed a workout since maybe 2014. I've had different goals and different sports that I was trying or chasing. And I did some powerlifting early on. I did a strongman meet at Metroflex in 2018.
Yeah, that was my first one.
Yeah, you did that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
It was fun.
That was a great contest. I would do it again. I would do another one if the events were friendly to me. I always check out those events when a strongman meet pops up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was planning on doing the what's it called, the Europa, and that got canceled. And I kind of was like, maybe I just won't compete. Maybe I'll get freaky strong, and then when I show up, everyone will be like, "Whoa, who's this guy?"
Man, compete. I wish I had competed more often before I the Highland Games. I'd like to go back and do some more powerlifting. I'm a little bit interested in single ply powerlifting. I'd like to do a single ply meet. I don't know. I'll just never get good at anything because I want to do everything.
Oh yeah, but if you're like, if it doesn't, as long as you're getting stronger, it doesn't really matter. In the end, you'll be stronger unless you're doing like not good programming, which I doubt you're doing. Based on what I've seen, you're not. I
try to stay healthy, man. I try to stay healthy. Yeah, I've never found strength not to have a carryover to whatever I was doing. So, yeah.
And then I was going to ask you, have you always been just like a bigger dude?
I mean, I've always been tall, but I was fairly skinny when I was a younger man, and I put on a little bit of unwanted fat. Got a little bit fat before I started lifting that might have had something to do with starting lifting. Just want to get in shape, and then all of a sudden you get like a new bench goal, and then you have to get fatter to achieve it. And I don't know, just never cut, man. Don't ever do it.
I'm currently cutting, so I'm not gonna listen. But dude, I literally felt like a trash can when I was bulking all the time. I like breathe. I would walk up like 10 stairs, and I would immediately be out of breath. It was not good. But I was eating excessive calories. Good
shape can mean different things depending on what you're designing yourself to do. But yeah, I hear you. There's times when being chunky is uncomfortable, and there's times when I'm really proud of my accomplishments, and it's all worth it. So one day we'll get sexy for the pool, but not today.
Oh, right. One day, that's what I wanted. I'm just like, I want to have abs. I just want to know what it feels like. And then they can go away. I just want to know, like, what's it like? But then
when you get them, you should write an essay. Once you get them, let everybody know what it's like.
I think what's going to happen is I'm not going to get abs. It's okay. I've accepted it. I don't want them that bad. It's just in my head. I've said like, yeah, I want abs, but
you want the secret, my brother? Get a tan. You're looking a little
ghosty. That's true. Dude, I have a farmer's tan, but that's okay.
Yeah. You're working on it.
Now I want to hear 3 favorite wrestlers, your 3 favorite wrestlers, and what would your wrestler name and signature move be?
Oh man, beautiful. So, I mean, 3 favorite wrestlers. I mean that's tough. I mean, maybe the guys I like old school wrestling. I like the old character stuff they used to do. I like maybe Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson. Those old Southern fried wrestlers are my favorite stuff to watch. If you're talking about like athletes, probably the best wrestler in the world is AJ Styles. I like guys like AJ and Daniel Bryan and the more athletic kind of new school wrestling. It's fun to watch the in-ring product, but you can't beat the old screaming into the microphone studio 80s wrestling. Is the best. I spent too much time watching it.
Even me, I didn't really watch wrestling, but when I watch it now, that era is so cool. There's something that just is, I can't explain it. It's just cool.
I really think 90s television in general is captivating.
Oh,
the old Monday Night Raws are great. If you can catch them on YouTube where they keep the commercials in, it's a beautiful. The commercials are as good as the wrestling that you came for.
Yeah.
Oh, like Domino's pizza commercials is great. Dalworth Clean.
Yeah. Right when they could just say whatever they wanted.
Yeah. Oh no, there's some sketchy stuff actually. It's fun to see how the world's changed.
Okay, I was gonna ask about. So you were a trainer at 24. How long were you a trainer there?
I worked at LA Fitness for 3 years, I think.
Okay.
I think about 3 years.
And then.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So you worked at LA, and then you opened M&M Muscle Factory.
And that was just kind of the garage gym. M&M Muscle Factory. Me and my buddy Joe Miller, just working out all the time. I started kind of doing some paid strength training out of there after I got certs and a little bit of experience, and thought I was qualified to start helping people a little bit. Yeah, so that's how. But that was just a garage gym. It was a beautiful garage gym. It was the best garage gym ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that at a different house, or did you just sort of?
Yeah, we were living in Plano at the time. We moved up. We're kind of out in the country. We're in Melissa now, so Commute City.
That's right. But I think I saw a video of you like walking up or something, and it's pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice out here. That's definitely got its perks.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, if you had to name one thing that influenced who you are as a person right now, what would it be? And yeah, what would you say the main influence is?
On the person that I am today?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know, man. That's a pretty broad question. Maybe, I hate to be redundant, but it's the NWO, black and white, New World Order. I learned how to be cool. I learned to be big and strong.
Yeah.
Too sweet.
Yeah. Mine was Nardwar. That's why I came up with Spotek. Do you know who Nardwar is?
I know. No, yeah,
Dude.
yeah. It's funny.
Dude, I love that guy. I remember
Yeah.
being a kid watching him, just being like, how does this guy come up with these questions? Where does he get all this information about these dudes?
He knows his fucking hip hop, man.
Dude, yes. I just thought so sick. I was like, here's this like weird dressed like white dude interviewing all these hip hop artists. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a great gimmick. He would fit well in the 90s wrestling universe.
Oh, yeah.
Over
He'd be
the top.
a sick announcer.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's it. Did you have anything you wanted to add? Anything you wanted to talk about?
No, not really. Maybe give a shout out to go follow. I got a YouTube channel. Look up Damon Mcullough. North Dallas Strength has one too. Follow the Instagram, all one word. I got some good friends. If you need some cool shirts, go check out Viking Throwers Club. They're really good about supporting Highland Games athletes and giving back to the game. So they got an Etsy store. Go buy a badass shirt. They're really cool dudes. And me and you need to train, man. When this lifts, let's get together.
Dude, the last time we did, the video that I made, it was so much fun. That day was cool, man.
You made our gym look good, and that's why you can come back anytime that you want.
Dude, okay, here's my secret is I'm trying to take over. I want everyone to just call me to their gym. They'll just be like, hey, dude, you want to come train? And then I'll get calls I'll get to go to a new gym. That's my
I'll tell you what. I'll start calling you on days we're doing something cool so you can have something going on in your video.
Right. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you being on. I will link to all those people. I'll probably text you after just to get all the information right because I want people to get supported. Cool, man. I will talk to you later. Have a great day.
Hey, you're the man. Nice to see you, Steve.
Good to see you too.